vibe is coming.
I originally said I was going to do a Q&A as a joke, but I guess we'll do it. Okay. Who's up? Who's up? Raise your hands.
Okay, I'm up.
Okay, lady in the front with the yellow hat.
What's the feeling when you first look at all the footage?
When I first looked at all the raw footage,
I
was like, I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever made in my life. I was like, this is not good. Yeah, that's it.
I have a question.
Mr. in the front with the long hair.
What's your first reaction when you first see the colored footage?
The colored footage, I was like, damn, my friend Larry, you would like him. My friend Larry, yeah, he's a great colorist, and he really made the colors pop. And the yellow's yellow and the blue's blues. It was great. But it brought it to life.
Well, does it change your mind? Like, it's not the worst you ever made.
Oh yeah, definitely. I will say, after this morning, because I was still editing like 2 hours ago, this morning when I watched it and it was almost a complete cut, I was like, I was looking at it like how she's looking at the end of the film. I was like, oh my god, this is great. Maybe because it was just like a year, and I'm like, I finally get to put this behind me. So, yeah, it's definitely been a growing experience. Thank you, sir. I like your tie. Who else? Who's got questions? Questions? No questions?
It's the end.
Okay.
Okay, question.
Lady in the front.
I'm your biggest fan. Oh, never mind. What made you decide to start editing this after all the procrastination?
Okay, so it was two kind of main things. So for my class last semester, we had to show a final film, and I didn't shoot anything. So I was like, uh-oh, what am I going to show? I was like, I could edit Hive. Maybe I'll, put a fire under my ass and, get somewhere with it. So I did like a rough cut, and I showed it, and people actually liked it, and I was like, oh, okay, shit. And then I was like, I'll finish it then. And then I kind of sat on it for another 4 months. And then I knew that it was coming up on a year from when we wrapped filming. So I was like, I should try to finish it before a year. And so, yeah, I don't know when I started recently. I guess it was like a month and a half ago. But I was like, I should get to this. And yeah, I should have gave myself a little bit more of that year to work on it, because it definitely, today was rough, and the past 2 weeks have been rough, but it was worth it, I suppose.
We made it.
Yes. Thank you, my biggest fan. Yes, sir in the back with the yellow.
Okay, so you hated the footage when you first saw it, right?
Yes.
How do you feel now that it's done? Are you proud of it?
I'm definitely proud of it. It's not perfect. I know that. There's definitely some rough parts, and I'm like, I wish I gave myself some more time, but I'm glad that it's done, and I'm glad that I learned from it, and hopefully thesis will go somewhat better. I know it's probably not going to go that much better, but, a boy can dream.
Mister, I have a question.
Shut up. What?
So, I gotta know.
Yeah.
Okay, why bees?
Why bees?
Yeah, why
I
bees?
was going to ask.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm curious.
So, well, the initial idea started at your guys' apartment. I don't know you though, but we jokingly said, "Uh-oh, what if the neighbor had a room full of flies or something?" Yeah. And I was like,
Oh, yeah.
that'd be a
Remember
yeah. So I was like, oh, that'd be a funny movie idea. And then I kind of sat on it. I was like, oh, that would actually be pretty interesting. So then I started working on the script. And bees, because they're just kind of more interesting, They got the buzzing, they got the yellow. They're not as, like it was originally, like I was debating between flies and bees, but I was like, bees have more of a distinct vibe, Like a fly is just a fly. And, like you can do flies, but a bee is like unique. And there have been many comparisons to the Bee Movie, but we do not talk about that.
B movie?
Yes, the Bee Movie. Okay. Yes.
Question.
Camera girl.
Yes.
Yes.
So, is there is
there a director's cut?
no. I was just that wasn't well, is there a
No.
Is it a Jameson cut?
No. There's no such thing.
Okay, so do you have any future plans for like future projects?
Future projects involving bees or just anything?
Well, just anything.
Okay.
Any other insects?
Anything. Yes. I am working on a thesis script, which I will be sending out very soon to, again, the people I don't know, everyone who I don't know. But that is interesting. It's also kind of depressing and weird. I said I want to make it Hive, but 10 times weirder. So that's what's in the forefront. But, we'll see in the future. Maybe Hive is just a proof of concept, and maybe it turns into a feature one day.
Yes.
And we actually get a room full of bees, which would be pretty cool. But
Nice.
yes, that's it for now. Oh, also I'm working on an animated series. It's like adult SpongeBob, and it's about a dolphin that's a sex addict because dolphins.
I would love to
Dolphins,
see that.
yeah, dolphins love having sex. So
Great.
there's also that. But other than that, oh, and this guy that I don't know, we're also maybe going to be writing a feature.
Which guy? What guy?
What happened?
That guy.
What guy?
The guy with the life shirt.
Oh, wait, what?
What's up? can't
Yes,
figure this
that's all the projects right now. In terms of filmmaking.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
One last question.
Yes.
What was this? Did you have a specific connection between the neighbor and the protagonist in mind? Would you elaborate on
Yeah. Okay. So the story that I had in mind was not nearly executed as well as it could have been, but the general idea was that the neighbor is an elderly woman who, she has bees, but that's kind of, a gimmick. So the elderly woman has, the idea is that she spent her whole life in the city, and she's kind of become the city almost. And so this new girl moves in next door, and she's, business oriented. She wants to make her career in the city, and the elderly woman kind of inaugurates her into this lifestyle. So the last scene is kind of like she realizes what she's getting into. So it's kind of like a bittersweet thing, but I'm probably not supposed to describe the main theme, but it wasn't executed that well, so I should say it, that's kind of the general idea. But yes, and bees, because bees, they're cool. So yes, and this is not a slander on bees. We need bees, and the bees are dying at an alarming rate, and protect the bees. So this all the proceeds will be donated to the bees. Not that we're gonna make any money, but if we do, they'll go to the bees.
Here, here.
All right. Oh yes, one last one.
Why did she cry at the end?
Okay, I'll hit you with a question back. Was she crying because she was sad, or was she crying because she was relieved?
I'm asking you, bro.
Okay, well I can tell you.
Tell me.
In my mind, she's crying because kind of both, but it's kind of a. She realizes what she's getting into, but she's gonna keep going. So it's kind of like if you are doing something that you know is gonna hurt you, but you continue to do it, that kind of thing.
Wait,
Oh,
now,
I get that now.
Wait, now I have more questions now. Like, what happens after?
What happens after?
Like directly out of the last shot.
The cycle
afterwards.
repeats.
Oh, shit.
She becomes the elderly woman. I just lost hearing in my right ear. Holy fuck. I mean, the idea is that it continues to go on.
That's depressing.
Yeah. Anything else? Maybe from the fly man in the back.
Fly on the wall.
Please don't. Why is your hand like that? Please don't pull a gun.
I don't have anything.
Oh, you fucking deserve.
I guess my final question is.
Your first question.
This will be my first and final question.
Yes.
Okay.
Drum roll.
Bevs?
Bevs? Oh, like alcohol?
Yes.
Yeah, we're hitting the bars, dude. I've never worked for fucking a night out so hard in my life. So we're hitting Bevs. Lunetta? All right, that's all, folks. Thank you. Thank you for the camera lady, and thank you for all the lovely questions.
Release it, Jameson cut.
And no, I'm not editing anymore.
I know
Okay.
it's out there.
Thank you. Oh shit, the auction. Does anyone want? Okay. Does anyone seriously want any dead bees?
You sounded so serious.
Wait, if you're actually, are you actually doing it?
Yeah. For some reason, he had to be.
I have like
here.
20 dead bees. They smell bad. Okay, first of all, before we get to the bees, the grand prize, they're taxidermies. Okay, live auction. We got an H&M small striped cute little crop top. Not a crop top, just a shirt. Female or male, depending on what you
How
want.
dare you?
Small? Anyone want it? Okay. I guess the extra small. We got some mirrors. No. Okay, Band-Aids. Okay, dead bees. We'll do some black market under the stuff. Okay, thank you. Thank you.